Hi all, hi all. It's Tuesday the 13th of May 2025 and I'm back at the clinic. It's 9:30 in the evening. I'm here tonight and all day and night, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday and all day Saturday. So I'm here even longer than the previous weeks because, as I've told you before, it's 2 weeks before my scan, so I'm doing a lot of hours this week and next week. So I was only home for like 1.5 days between last week's visit and now. And so I'm absolutely shattered. So I have to get all stuff ready, get all my food. I had to bring more food and more clothes and more pills and potions this time to last this amount of days that I'm here. So I had to go and get all that and sort myself out, and also did a couple of clients in between, and I got a bit of sunstroke. I thought I'd get in the garden and it was sunny and get a bit of vitamin D and sunshine, and I think I overdid it, and I don't know, maybe it's because I was so tired anyway, I don't really know, but anyway, I had a bit of sunstroke as well, so that didn't go down well either. So, but anyway, I'm pleased to be here, absolutely fantastic to be here again, and I'm going to go in the E-room now. I've got a detox bath in the morning, and I've also got acupuncture at 9 a.m. I'm going to be under the red light machine, so lie on the couch, got a big red light above you, and the Chinese lady who does the acupuncture here, she does the acupuncture and then the red light goes on while you've still got the needles in, and she says this makes it the acupuncture more powerful. So we'll see how that goes, and yeah, I'm pretty tired. I had an extra bag to carry, but the trains were all right tonight. Trains were good. Yeah, the trains were good, so that was okay. But I had a bit of weight to carry, so next week I'm going to have a bigger case. So I can't fit all that food in and all the extra clothes and carry 3 bags. I can't do that. It was too much, a bit too much. So I'm going to have a bigger case next week, and that'll be easier. So yeah, I'm here all week, so I'll report back to you what's happening, and thank you very much, thank you so very much. I should see the owner this week because I spoke to him on the phone, and he's definitely going to be here, and so I should probably see him tomorrow, so that would be nice. And got a lot of red lights this week, 2 hyperbaric oxygen chambers, treatments, and the acupuncture, yeah. So we'll see how we go. I'll report to you in the morning, and thank you so very much. Hi everyone. It's 1:10 in the afternoon on Wednesday, 14th of May, and I've just come out of the hyperbaric oxygen chamber, and you can see all these marks on my face here where the oxygen mask has been. I've been breathing in the oxygen, and I've had the red light cap on. It's made me go a bit dopey again. It definitely affects me, calms me down. It's a good feeling, calming my body down. And I've been sitting on the red light mat as well where the tumour is, so I've just done that for an hour. While I was in there, I was listening to podcast talk by Dr. Ed Group, and it was about a urine therapy, an interview about urine therapy, which obviously I do drink some of my own urine, but yeah, it just reminded me again how powerful it is to apparently drink your own urine. And so yeah, apparently so many people being healed by it. So anyway, I'm going to up my urine therapy now. Also, you can soak your feet in urine. You can rub it on your skin and massage it in. It's amazing for the skin. It goes through the skin. Yeah, lots of people do it. And start really small. I started really small with like a couple of teaspoons. And then you get used to it. Just get used to it. You can get up to half a glass, a whole glass. And he was saying, oh sorry, my nose is running, sorry. He was saying that he had a swollen ankle. He sprained his ankle and it swelled right up. And normally that would take a long while to go down, the pain and everything, before he could put his foot down. But he soaked his foot in his urine for 3 or 4 times a day, drunk more urine, rubbed it all into his ankle, and within 3 days he could put his foot down and it was fine. So that was that. I've also had the acupuncture with Jing, who is a Chinese medical doctor. A very interesting conversation. What a nice lady. She's been doing this for decades. And so she's got a lot of knowledge, and yeah, she stuck 30 needles in, about 30 needles, and the red light machine, and I could feel my body, the red light machine felt much hotter, and I could feel loads of things going on in my body. And sorry, my nose is running, for the detox of that. And I also felt lots of sensations, interesting, down by the tumour, but also my bladder. I felt like I wanted to go to the loo, but I felt like, you know, the feeling is when you're passing urine, it felt like that. It just felt like that, and I thought, oh my god, I hope I'm not actually passing urine, but that's the kind of the feeling. And I don't know whether that's a detoxification effect, I don't know. But anyway, she looks at your tongue, and Chinese medicine doctors tell a lot from your tongue, and she said that she felt like my body was stressed, which is understandable of what I'm going through, but that also low on energy, and my body needs a lot of energy to support the immune system to fight this. So she's done a lot of needles to increase my energy, so to increase my immune system. Now I have another session next week, and she's going to look at my tongue again, and I'm going to lay face down this time. I laid face up this time. I'm going to lay face down next time. She's going to wants to do them on my back. And she'll look at my tongue to see if there's any improvement. So that was all interesting. I asked her loads of questions about diet and other stuff as well. So that all gleaned from a Chinese medicine standpoint some more information. So I've been up this morning. I got up at 10 to 7, had a detox bath, I've had a healthy breakfast, I've had the 2 red lights, the acupuncture and the hyperbaric oxygen with the red lights, cap and mat. And now I'm going to go in the EE room. I might get some rest now, but I had quite a good night. I definitely had some sleep last night, so that was really good. And I hope to get a little bit of sleep for the next couple of hours or so, I'm hoping. But I'm going to go in the EE room now, and then hopefully when I come out in a few hours, all these lines might be gone on my face, and I'll update you a bit later. Thank you again. Hi all. It is 10 to 8 in the evening. I've had a busy day today with my acupuncture, 2 red lights, hyperbaric oxygen chamber, red light cap, red light sitting on a red light map, been in the EE room. So pounding my body. Yeah, I lay on the red light before they turn it on. I go, kill that tumour, blast it. So that was that. Met a lady who told me about kefir. Can't remember the name of the place she gets it from in bottles. and she said it cured her tinnitus. So there we go. And then I went for a little walk. So I left my nuts at home, and I left my, can't remember what else at home. Anyway, I had to go down to the organic vegetable shop on the corner in the high road here. Walked in the sun, got out for 5 minutes, and I went past this park. Well, it's like a little kind of park thing. It's a bit overgrown here and there. In fact, it looks a little bit dodgy. But I went to sit in the sun. I couldn't find a seat, so I thought, sod it, I'm just gonna go and sit in the park. And that's fine. The people drinking and that there could waft some cannabis and whatever, I think. But anyway, whatever. Might not have been, not sure. But anyway, I sat in the sun for a little while. Then I went to go out, and there was a man sitting on a bench. And as I walked past him, he was feeding a squirrel by hand. Oh my God, what a lovely, lovely little thing. And well, that was just lovely. I love animals. And I said to him, oh, can I walk past? Will he run away? He goes, no, that's all right. And I said, oh, can I sit down for a minute? So I sat down next to this man, and I had some nuts. I bought some nuts in my bag, and this squirrel, he ran away at first, then he came back, and the man gave me some nuts, then the man ran out of nuts, and he was looking at me, the squirrel, and he was looking at my bag. It's like he knew I had nuts. So I had to open a bag of nuts, and I have never, I mean, we've got squirrels in our garden, and Kev feeds them all the time, but they don't eat out of his hand. Although I've got a friend in Colchester, and her squirrel eats out of her hand, but ours doesn't. And I've never had that experience before, but I have now, because that little squirrel, even though he didn't even know me, and that man said he comes nearly every day and sits for an hour at his lunch break and whatever with some nuts, and he feeds his squirrel, and he's called it Cutie, and it was very cute and quite big, fat, not fat, just big, well fed, let's put it that way. And he was so cute. So I got a few little almonds out of my mixed nut bag, and I held it out, and I fed him 3 almonds, and he came up with his little claws and he took it out of my hand. Well, how beautiful an experience was that? Yeah, it was. Walked back in the sun, went back in the e-room. So that was very nice. So I've got so many pills and potions here this time, because I'm here for so long. I've got, oh God, Allicin liquid juice from garlic. I've got methylene blue that I took before I knew red light. I've got CBG oil. I've got graviola drops. I've got piles and piles of pills, piles of stuff that I'm taking before food, during food, and all other times. So anyway, I've had something to eat now. I'm going to get changed to go to bed. I've been reading my Qigong book, which is all about energy, because obviously I'm trying to find ways to give my body more energy. And I'm going to read you a couple of paragraphs, if you don't mind. Don't know whether you're interested, but I thought it was quite interesting about what Qigong is. It says, Qigong is a way of harmonising the human energy field with higher force fields, thereby recharging the microcosmic human system with the power of macrocosmic fields of the universe. This is somewhat akin to recharging the batteries of a cordless appliance by plugging it into a constant electrical power source. And then this page reads, I've just got to find it now. So, those who learn Qigong can learn to harness the forces of nature and the cosmos to the chariot of human life and hold the reins of power firmly in their own hands. To do this, one must first liberate one's body from unhealthy habits and self-destructive appetites instilled by society, free one's energy from the tyranny of stormy moods, egomania and emotional turmoil, and release one's mind from the shackles forged by ignorance, aggression and desire. Qigong unites body, energy and mind in a balanced state of harmony with the higher forces of the universe and the positive powers of nature, and activates the internal chemical alchemy of mind over matter, thereby allowing the practitioner to cultivate conscious command over the wild forces of animal instinct and insatiable desire that drains the energies of so many people these days. Qigong taps directly into the inexhaustible energy resources of the universe and channels them into the reservoirs of the human energy system, and in doing so it opens also a spiritual gate that restores the human spirit's primordial links with the greater wisdom and compassion that guide the creative power of the universe at its source. Well, there you go. I just thought that was sums up what I've been reading about, really. I haven't gone to the exercises yet. I'm just going through the energy points and what Qigong's about regarding energy, connecting to the cosmos, connecting to the earth, and all about longevity and health. And finally going back to where we come from, if we can harness enough energy and be in control of it. So that's what I'm reading it for, and that's what I want to do it for, to harness energy to get myself better. And so I thought I'd read that out to you. It's interesting, yeah. So thank you very much. I felt lots of every time I go in the e-room, my nose has been running all day again today. It's interesting, that is. And that's why I'm sniffing. And yeah, I can just feel kidneys pulsing, my organs pulsing, my heart beating really fast. I can feel the pulsing throughout my body while I'm in there. But as I said, I slept well last night, so let's see how we go today. When I get in there in about half an hour. So I'm going to speak to you in the morning. Thank you very, very much. So grateful to you. And I've got, next week, as I said, full on again, then a break for my scans, then a shorter week and a shorter week, and that's it for now. And then we will see where we are. So thank you very much, and good night, and I'll speak to you in the morning. Thank you. Hi all. It's 20 to 8 in the evening, Thursday the 15th of May. Got a bit of a red nose, so I've got the sniffles still, like I always do when I'm here. And had a busy day. So got up pretty late this morning, and then I didn't have a good night's sleep, but I slept in the a couple of hours before I woke up this morning. Then I came down, I had detox bath and had my breakfast, and I was running a bit late really. I don't like to rush about in the morning before I have my red light, which was due, so I asked them if I could have it, because I had 2 back-to-back red lights, and I asked them if I could delay it and have it later, which I was able to do, so that was better. It gave me more time to get myself together. And so did that. And then I had 2 red lights back to back, and I had my methylene blue prior to that, and I felt, when I had the methylene blue beforehand, I feel like a lot more energy from the red light and a lot more heat. That's what it feels like. So yeah, don't know. And then that's Denise. She's like the evening staff. She's just lovely, sorting all the beds out and everything. And last night I had a bit of backache. Well, I've had a bit of backache actually the last couple of weeks, because obviously I'm sitting in zero gravity chair all day, and then I'm sitting on a bed, or like sleeping on a bed. I don't normally sleep on. I've had a lot of low backache. So she put a mattress topper on my bed last night, which was very kind. I don't think it helped that much though. I've still got it, but it was very kind. And then Alistair, the owner of the clinic, was in, and I had a really long one-to-one chat with him about loads of different stuff, about me, about stuff that's going on in the clinic. So that was all very interesting. He's just lovely and dedicated to researching things and alternative ways of helping people, and he's constantly doing that. And I've asked him about intravenous drips before, but he hasn't done them up to now. Asked him again about them, and we were talking about that, and I think he's considering doing them here now. So exactly what ones I don't know, because I've had quite a number of intravenous drips, and some of those need some extra training because I have them via a doctor, and now I'm having vitamin C by the CNT clinic in Chelmsford, but the others I was having 6 IVs at a time over 2 days continuously in a Sussex clinic by a doctor, and some of those ones that I were having need extra training, so I don't know. So we were discussing all of that. Don't know if he's going to do ozonated blood. I forgot to ask him that. That's where you take out some of your blood, you put ozone in the blood, and then you put the blood back in. So a lot of people are having that. I haven't had it yet, although I wouldn't mind having it, but it's quite expensive from the people that I know that do it. And I've had having ozone up my backside. So I haven't had that in the blood, but I wouldn't mind doing that as well. Yeah, so that took a long time because we were talking, and I finally got in the E room and was in there. I was only in there for about 4.5 hours today continuously. And then just come out, I'd just gone 6, just had something to eat, had a nice salad, and all my pills, all my pills and potions. Oh, this is just like half of them. Whoops, get a camera, half of them. And that's without all the liquids and all the other things I've got in my cupboard here to last me all these 5 days that I'm here. There's all kinds of things in it: methylene blue, allicin liquid, graviola, curcumin powder, and so on and so on and so on. CBG oil that I got, that was from a doctor that I met. If you remember, I pointed that out to you a couple of weeks ago. A doctor I met was a doctor over here, and he lives in Australia now, and he runs a cannabis clinic, a legal cannabis clinic, and he told me to get CBG for my specific cancer. So I've got some of that. I've been rubbing that on as well, so if I'm not swallowing things and rubbing things on and sticking things in me, it's constant. So yeah, that's what's happened today. I'm gonna go to bed in a little while, go in the E room anyway. I hope I get some more sleep tonight. We'll see how it goes. Just at the frequencies, I can just feel them, and I could feel them really strong this afternoon when I was in the E room as well. But I feel quite tired now, so maybe I will go to sleep, I don't know. But it kind of wakes me up, the energy, and it feels like all my cells are like jumping up and down and buzzing and jumping up and down, and all of my cells in my body. That's what it feels like to me. So I've been reading my Qigong book today, which is really weird. It's kind of it was in my Howdy Mikowski books to control energy, and it was in I've heard about it and read about it before, and then there would happen to be this book on the shelf here at the clinics. They've got a big library of alternative books that you can read. And so I just pulled that out and I've been reading that, and it's absolutely fascinating. I've read some things out to you already. And I wanted to read some more things out, but I don't know, it's quite a lot and you might get bored by the time I've finished it, so I'm sorry about that. But I'm just turning my chair around so I'll see if I can find what I'm doing. Okay, so there's loads of stuff I could read out and tell you about, absolutely piles of stuff, because it's absolutely bloody fascinating, to be honest. So it was talking about here Qigong and psychoneuroimmunology, PNI. And it says, when reading books like this, readers who are unfamiliar with the theory and practice of Qigong and traditional Chinese medicine sometimes wonder what things like essence, energy and spirit, internal alchemy and breath control and other Taoist ideas have to do with the nuts and bolts of modern medical science. Recent research on the innate human healing response, known in Western medicine as psychoneuroimmunology, PNI, has now revealed some very interesting parallels between traditional Chinese paradigms of human health and healing and the latest findings of modern medical science. The discovery of the PNI healing mechanism offers clear scientific evidence which validates the internal alchemy of the three treasures as to do with Qigong of the body as a basis for human health and longevity. The most celebrated case of PNI was that of Norman Cousins after enduring the extreme discomfort and debilitating effects of a long and losing battle against crippling spinal disorder with conventional modern medical therapies. Cousins suddenly decided to switch tactics and literally laughed himself to a complete cure and full recovery by watching all the old Marx Brothers and Laurel and Hardy films that he could find. He also insisted on moving from the hospital room to a comfortable hotel room, this is in America, thereby freeing his system from the immunosuppressive effects of the unhealthy energies in the hospital and notoriously unhealthy food to which patients in large medical institutions are subjected. Before long, Western medical science began to realise that traditional Chinese medicine has known for thousands of years that a patient's state of mind can make the crucial difference between illness and recovery, life and death, and that the mind has the power to heal the body by rebalancing its energies without any assistance from drugs and doctors. As Cousins notes in the book he wrote about his experience, the will to live is not a theoretical abstraction, but a physiological reality with therapeutic characteristics. An article in the May 1992 issue of American magazine Omni describes the PNI response as follows. Over the past 10 years, there has been an explosion of evidence linking the power of the mind, spirit, to the health of the body, essence, and experts in the new field of psychoneuroimmunology are gaining a greater understanding of how the brain and the body can cooperate to fight off illness. It's been discovered, for one thing, that there are nerve fibres in the thymus gland, the immune system's master gland, as well as in the spleen, the lymph nodes and the bone marrow, all vital parts of the immune system. Some immune system cells have receptors for neuropeptides, chemicals that are produced within the brain itself, suggesting that the brain talks directly to the immune system. Fascinating. The question is, what exactly triggers the brain to secrete the specific neurochemicals responsible for activating the healing responses of the immune system? As Norman Cousins' case indicates, one way to achieve this is by creating a happy, carefree, positive state of mind, and this is indeed the only approach so far recognised in modern medical circles. Unfortunately, not everyone is able to control their minds and balance their emotions sufficiently to activate the PNI response solely through the power of positive thinking, and many patients, particularly those who are emotionally disturbed or mentally impaired, are therefore unable to switch on their own immune systems in this way. Virtually anyone, including those suffering from senile dementia, can learn the basic postures and breathing exercises used in Qigong, or at least be treated with emitted Qi by master healers of Qigong. This activates a PNI response in a way not yet understood by mainstream modern medicine, through the avenue of the human energy system, which links body and mind and can be directly regulated by breath. In other words, Qigong, whether practiced by a patient or applied by a healer, switches the brain and central nervous system over to the mode of operation in which the neurotransmitters responsible for activating the immune system are produced. Since it is a lot easier to control your breathing than your mind, Qigong provides an easy and effective way to activate the innate healing mechanisms involved in the PNI response. A Qigong master from Taiwan says, when properly practiced, Qigong activates the parasympathetic circuit of the central nervous system, thereby stimulating the production of neurochemicals which cause the endocrine system to secrete hormones that enhance vitality and boost immunity. These healing hormones in turn help sustain continued production of calming parasympathetic neurotransmitters, establishing a cycle of biofeedback that enables the body to heal itself naturally. It's just amazing what this Qigong can do. Also here it says, Qigong engages what they call the three treasures of the body, energy and mind in a whole harmonious healing process that integrates the physical, emotional, mental aspects of health. Modern medicine splits mental and physical diseases into two separate categories, relegating the former to psychology and the latter to physiology, then further fragments both fields into specialised branches of therapy based on symptomology, without even taking into consideration the energy system that links the two in an inseparable, interdependent phenomena. Complete healing of the whole system can never be achieved this way, for it never deals with the basic imbalances of energy that lie at the root of and intersect both the physical and the mental symptoms of disease. In Qigong healing, the patient's mental and emotional states are every bit as important as the diagnosis and treatment of disease as the results of blood tests and x-rays, a point that modern allopathic medicine finds difficult to swallow. The so-called miraculous and impossible cures achieved by Qigong in recent years for cancer, cerebral palsy, Parkinson's disease and other conditions regarded as incurable by Western medicine have succeeded because the therapist diagnosed and treated the case on the invisible but ultimately decisive level of energy, rather than just the superficial physical symptoms that appear in the body. When the root causes of such diseases are traced to energy imbalances, and those imbalances are then corrected, the physical symptoms they cause, such as tumours or paralysis, simply dissolve or disappear. Many such cures have recently been witnessed in China by visiting Western doctors who no longer regard them as miracles once they learn how the human energy system functions and see how Qigong works. Seeing is believing, and these are the doctors who are beginning to bring the benefits of Qigong and the internal alchemy of healing that it activates to the attention of their peers and patients in the West. It's just fascinating. One little paragraph more. Where is it now? EEG tests have demonstrated that Qigong activates the dormant 90% of the human brain by suffusing even the deepest layers of the cerebrum of the brain with stimulating bioelectric currents that activate long dormant functions and cause measurable electrical excitation of the brain cells that previously showed no activity. How fantastic is that? Well, I definitely want to do qigong, and I mean, this is just the tip of the iceberg of this book, which is saying, you know, to be able to do these movements, which I haven't got to yet, these slow rhythmical movements and the deep breathing exercises, and those together can cause the body to right itself, basically. So yeah, reading the rest of this book, I hope to get through the rest of this book by the end of next week and be able to do some exercises. So who knows, I might be able to do some from this book and show you, who knows. I've been doing a lot of deep breathing since I've been watching this book, that's for sure. So it talks about the diaphragm and how we don't use the diaphragm, and then when deep breathing, if we deep breathe a lot throughout the day, and these qigong exercises, how you can increase the height of your diaphragm so it becomes stronger, and it massages all the internal organs. It does so much when you deep breathe. It's incredible. So there we go. I hope it hasn't bored you too much. And I thank you very much again. Thank you so very much. And I'm truly grateful to be here. Can't say it enough. I'm not going to stop saying it, because I'm really grateful. I'm really touched. I'm overwhelmed to be here. It's an amazing fountain of knowledge here, and I hope all this knowledge and all this treatment I'm having is going to work for me. I know it is. I'm positive about it. And I have had such a journey. I was talking to Alistair, the owner, about this today. You know, it's like I've got a master's degree in all of this in like the last year and a half. And yeah, he said to me, you're going to get better, Katie, and then you're going to help others to heal. Oh, I'm crying. So wish and hope, and that's the case. I know it. I really hope that's going to be the case, and none of it will be possible without all of you and your generosity. So thank you very much. I'm going to go to sleep now, and I'll speak to you in the morning. Lots of love. Hi everybody. It's 4 p.m. on Friday. Is it the 16th? Think so, of May. Just gone for a little walk. I'm sitting in this little park in Battersea High Road. Don't know whether it'll come out, so I turn the camera around. Yeah, and this is where I saw the little squirrel the other day. So I had to get some salad or something to eat for tonight. So I thought I'd come down here, and I bought a few little almonds that I fed the little squirrel the other day in this park. But he's not here, so I'm not going to see him. So that's a shame. I'll sit here for a little while longer and then see if he comes. There's some pigeons, a little doggy, and some nice trees. So just been out for 10 minutes or so. And this morning I didn't have a good night again. I was awake, all the frequencies, I could feel the frequencies pulsing in my body. It's incredible how I can feel them. I'm a bit deaf in my left ear actually, because I had the hyperbaric oxygen chamber today, and the red light hat and the red light mat I was sitting on under my bum. And my left ear gets affected sometimes, and then I can't hear for a few hours after very well out of my left ear, so I might be talking a bit funny, and that's what it is. So yeah, so I had I was up in the middle of the night eating an apple and some nuts and stuff, and listening to a cancer podcast thing. Then I went back to bed, and at some point I must have gone to sleep, but I think I was only asleep for a couple of hours. But this morning Sarah, one of the staff members, woke me up and I was still asleep, so I must have got some sleep. And then I went straight into the far infrared sauna. I haven't been in that before. It's downstairs in the basement. I wanted to try it because I'm only going to be home for 2 days, and then I'm back here again for 5 days. And I'm not going to have time to do the things, because I do far infrared light treatment for clients, and obviously I sweat it out on there, banged right up, heat right up. But I won't have time to do any of that when I go home this time. So yeah, so that was quite nice. I quite liked it. It's very nice. And I leaned over with my back to the heat, so that was good. And then I had a detox bath and did my Dr. Joe Dispenza meditation and positive visualization, and then I had what my friend Janet calls my green gruel in the morning. It's all full of all kinds of things: dragon fruit powder and spirulina and chlorella and alma powder and pumpkin seed powder and wheatgrass powder, and yeah, it ain't too nice, but got to be done, innit? Berries and nuts and stuff. So I had all of that, and then I went into the EE room, and then I fell asleep actually in there. And it was funny because Martine, who's a staff member here, she came and woke me up, and I must have gone asleep because all I could hear was this in my ear: Katie Warren. And I thought, first of all, I thought I'd been called. I thought I'd died, and yeah, someone was calling me or something. I thought, oh my god, am I dreaming? What is that? And she said it very gently. It was really quite funny, and then we had a laugh about that. So yeah, then I went in the H-bot, or the hyperbaric oxygen chamber, and I was listening to you can take a tablet in there that they've got. So I was listening to some anti-cancer, Chris Wark, a lot of you will have heard of. I was listening to some of his recipes and stuff. Yeah, then I came out and I've checked my dates for next week, and then back in the E room for a while. Yep, and then I've thought I've got to go salivary tonight, so I popped down here, see if I can see the little squirrel, and then I'm going to go back in the E room now for a couple of hours, have my dinner and go back in there for the night. So I felt lots of I had my methylene blue before I went on. I had a red light this afternoon, a red light on the couch as well, and I took my methylene blue before that, and I can definitely feel it just seems more intense when I had the methylene blue beforehand, so I'm doing that every time now, drinking that through a straw to the back of my throat, otherwise I end up with completely blue teeth, as a lot of you will know. So yeah, I brought loads of pills and potions more this time, and all I've been doing is taking pills and potions, allicin and graviola and curcumin powder and 1,000 things. So yeah, doing that all the time in between with my food, pills before food, pills with food, putting stuff on my lump, putting the CBG oil on it, and the garlic gel that I've got, and on it goes, and it just on and on and on. But again, it's nice to be sitting in a bit of sunshine today. That's lovely. Truly grateful to be here, as always. Wouldn't be here if it weren't for you, and yeah, I'm just so thankful of your generosity. So I'm going to wander back now. Didn't see the little squirry, so that's a shame, and maybe I'll try another day next week. So I'll speak to you in a bit. Well, little cutie is calm. I was just leaving and he's calm, he or she. Yeah, I'm feeding him some nuts. Gonna have some more. I'm gonna have some more. Where are you? Here. Here then. Oh, that's fantastic, aren't you? Fantastic. You are? Wow, how amazing is that? What a little sweetheart, taking her little almonds out of my hands. Oh, that's cheered me right up. Oh, I'm glad you could see Cutie. Can you take another one? I think you can put it in your pouch, can't you? You take another one? Doing another one, Cutie? How tame is this squirrel? That's incredible, isn't it? Oh, just so lovely in the nature. You're a beauty, aren't you? Yeah, you are. You're a beauty. Your fluffy tail. Hi, it's 11:30 a.m. on Saturday the 17th of May. I've had my detox bath this morning, eaten all my healthy breakfast and stuff, and I'm just about to go for 2 red light therapies, and then I might go back in the room for a little while, and then I'm going to pack up and come home. I'm going to come home a little bit earlier today because I've only got a couple of days at home before I'm back again for 5 days and 4 nights, and I'm just very tired when I get home and have to recover a bit, and then I have to do things in that couple of days. I've also got a couple of my own clients, and then I've got to go for vitamin C, IV, and various other things, and then I decide I'm not going to unpack this time. I'm just going to get some new clothes and stuff, go out and get some food that I need to bring back, and then I'll be back Tuesday the 20th in the evening, and all the way through day and night till Saturday in the evening. So yeah, I haven't got a lot of time, so I'm going to go home a bit earlier today, so I'm home early. The other reason I want to get home a bit earlier is because I want to do a liver cleanse, and this is with Dr. Brian Ardis's as supplements. So in order to do that, I've got to not eat after 5 o'clock, and then the next morning I've got to be a bit clear for a bit of a clear out, so can't be doing anything. So I'm going to get home, my husband's going to have some food ready for me, and then I will take all this stuff tonight. I'm going to do it tonight, take all this stuff tonight, and so you have to mix all this blend up, you have to drink all this stuff down, you have to lay on your right hand side for 30 minutes, and then you can go to bed. That's just before going to bed, and then you need to go to bed, and then it works all on the liver, and then you get up in the morning, you take these tablets, and you have a right old clear out of everything. Clears out the liver. So I'm gonna do that, so I don't know what it'll be like in the morning, and then I've got to get up and get all the stuff I need, food and stuff, to take with me, come back again Tuesday, and I've got to go for vitamin C intravenous, intravenous fluid. So I haven't got a lot of time, so I'm going to go try and get back home way before 5 o'clock and have something to eat, so I don't have to eat after them. And I'm just going to red light now. I just took my methylene blue, bit of a blue tongue, and I also spent the night talking to someone last night, and we were talking for a long time, in and out of the E-room. We were talking till 2 a.m. in the morning, and then after that I was like, felt really tired. We talked and I slept from 2 a.m. till 8 o'clock this morning. Wow, I was so pleased I slept. And that person I was talking to turned out to be a lovely lady who's got neurological illness affected by, and she is a doctor from Germany. And so we had hours of talk and discussion, and it was very interesting. Yep, so she left the conventional medical community, being completely disillusioned by it, and is totally into alternative and natural medicine, and it was very, very interesting to speak to her. So that's the fourth doctor I've met here. So that was interesting. So I'm going to go for my red light now, and then I'm going to make my way to Clapham Junction. And the doggies are in this morning, but there's actually only one doggy, and that's Elvis. And he's 11 years old, and he was 11 last Sunday. And I've just seen a picture of his birthday party and his birthday steak. And he's just so beautiful, black and white Boston Terrier. You've seen a picture of him in my previous updates, and he's here today again. And he's just lovely, and his mum is really lovely as well. So he's having some more E-system frequency at the moment, and I'm going for my red light now, and then I'm going to speak to you when I've left. Okay. And I want to thank you so much. Oh, I wanted to update you now really quickly on my tumour and my lymph nodes. I can't feel any difference, but then last time when I went for my scans, I thought it got bigger, and the oncologist said it was stable. So I can't really tell. I don't think I can really tell, to be honest, what's going on. But it's certainly not gone, because I would know that. But let's see what happens when I've had the results of my scans. Speak to you soon. Hi all. I'm home. I just got home. Well, I've been home about an hour. Yeah, about an hour and a quarter. It's 5:15 in the evening. I'm not normally home till 10 o'clock at night or something like that, but I left earlier today because I'm really quite tired, and as I said, I've only got a couple of days before I go back again. I've got quite a lot of things to do, and I'm doing this liver cleanse tonight, so I've got to not eat after 5. So Kevin's just has done me something to eat, and I've just eaten that, and now I have nothing all the rest of the evening. So I've got to make all this concoction up just before I go to bed, blend it all and swallow it all down, and then lay on my right hand side for 30 minutes, and then we see what happens, and then go to bed, and then take all these pills in the morning, and then we see what happens. I hope I'm not really ill, but I'm sure I'll be fine, because I've got to go out. I've got to go out and get, in the afternoon, all my stuff to go back to the clinic and to have my vitamin C IV. So there we go. But I'm back at the clinic on Tuesday afternoon, the 20th, and all the way through down up till Saturday the 24th. Friend is coming up on Friday, so that'll be nice to see him, and my husband's going to accompany me on Tuesday, so I'll have a bit of support in my last week at the clinic, my last full week at the clinic before my scans. So it's still quite sunny. Normally when I get home I don't see any sun, so it's nice to see a bit of sun and look at the garden for a little while. But I'm pretty tired now, so I'm going to shove some washing in and I'm going to have a little sleep, and then I'm going to get up and work out how to blend all this concoction of stuff I need to swallow. Yeah, I had a straightforward journey home, so that was good. I got my ticket at the station all ready for Tuesday, and I've been feeling tired. I feel okay. I think I told you about the red light I had this afternoon, and all the feelings that I had in the tumour and in my groinal area there. Really funny feelings under the red light when I have this methylene blue. And I was having back-to-back red lights, one laying on my back, one laying on my front, and yeah, funny feelings in the tumour, like tingly and like kind of water running. It was really odd, water running on my leg, on the groin. That's what it felt like. So I don't know, something was happening. Hey, so yeah, I got the German doctor's details. I'm going to keep in touch with her. So she is lovely, and I'm going to have a little sleep now, and I thank you so very much, and I will let you know what's happening next week. And thank you so much again for allowing me to go to this amazing clinic. Thank you so much, and if you can share my link, please still do. If you could do it again, I'll be really, really grateful. And thank you for your generosity again. Much love to you, and thanks.